After ages of anticipation, Planescape is just around the corner, and I got my hands on it early so I could read it and let you know how it is. Welcome to 220s Later, my name is Wes, and this is Surface Thoughts, my initial reaction and immediate emotion to everything D&D. Today's episode, Planescape. Immediately, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, and that is, how does Planescape compare to Spelljammer last year? Pretty much everyone is in agreement that Spelljammer was not that great. So, with Planescape being the same idea, this box set with 3 books, a campaign setting, an adventure, and a bestiary, how does it compare to the product that Spelljammer was? Frankly, my honest, unbiased, unpaid, not sponsored by Wizards of the Coast opinion, it's pretty good. Planescape is my favorite D&D setting, so take this with a grain of salt, but I quite enjoyed it. I own the 2nd edition version of Planescape, so I was able to read that before this one came out, so that way I could sort of get an idea of what the new book might have added or taken away. And the first bad news is that even though it's called Planescape Adventures in the Multiverse, it's really just Sigil and the Outlands. It's got little to nothing about the Outer Planes except their general gist and telling you to go read the Planes section of the Dungeon Master's Guide. However, it is full of content about Sigil and the Outlands. That's kind of the trade-off. We didn't get much about the Outer Planes, the people that live in the Outlands in Sigil. There is loads about it. Loads of interesting location, loads of interesting NPCs, like all sorts of lore and information, like almost everything I think you would need to run games in Sigil. And they've got it detailed down to the taverns and the people that run those taverns in each ward of the city and each of the gate towns. The bestiary is also great. The interesting multiversal monsters are really cool. And as far as I've read in the adventure, because admittedly I haven't finished the whole thing yet, but I've read the first half and then jumped to the conclusion to see if it ended in a weird way. It looks pretty good. It's pretty balanced between roleplay and combat, unlike the Spelljammer one, which was pretty much all combat. And it gives you a unique, non-linear adventure of the Outlands, so you can go to many of the gate towns and do the adventures there at your own discretion. While I am praising the set, there are things it lacks. Before I mentioned how it doesn't include much about the Outer Planes, it also is sparse on character options. It's got 2 backgrounds and 1 feat that has like a feat tree that turns into like 5 or 6 different like 4th level feats. It only has 2 spells, both of them are portal related, and like 3 magic items. So as far as making unique characters to the world of Planescape goes, there's no new classes, no new subclasses, no new races. It's just those 2 backgrounds and the feat. Already being my favorite campaign setting, I think it might also be able to stack up to being my favorite 5th edition module as well. If it would have been anything like Spelljammer, where 50% of the campaign setting was ship schematics, I would have been livid. But the books are actually full of good content. It's just the box in general, I feel, is kind of sparse, and it's hard to call it Planescape and accept it as Planescape the box set when it's really just the center of Planescape and doesn't explore the rest of the wheel. My real problem is it worth $100 for the physical digital bundle? I don't think so. I think if you can find the book online somewhere or choose between the physical or digital copy, that's just fine. But $100 for the physical digital is ridiculous. Those are my surface thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this and other D&D content.